You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com is your home for Eastern Idaho youth, high school, college, semi-pro, and professional sports coverage. For the latest news, results, and in-depth sports coverage, go to EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com, where Idaho State University sports happen.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Enjoy 4 seasons of fun in Afton, Wyoming. Winter snowmobiling, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing. Spring and summer fishing, hiking, and kayaking. Fall hunting and camping. Bring your clubs and spend an afternoon at Valley View Golf Course. Visit the world's largest intermittent spring. Walk underneath the world's largest elk antler arch. Come play in our backyard with 4 seasons of fun in Afton, Wyoming. Learn more at visitaftonwy.com.
Tip-Off Classic. It is day 2 of this Tip-Off Classic. First game of the day as we go into the girls' bracket of this one will be against the Sandpoint Bulldogs and the Burley Bobcats. Both these teams coming off of losses yesterday, starting with Sandpoint. A really close game. It was a game I had the opportunity to call yesterday where Sandpoint was defeated by Mountain Home. Final score was 49-45 in that game yesterday. And so Mountain Home defeating Sandpoint 9:30 yesterday morning. That means Sandpoint gets the 9:30 game again today. And this time the Bulldogs will take on the Bobcats out of Burley. And Burley yesterday being defeated by Bora. And so that puts Burley in the game today against Sandpoint. Winner of this game will play the consolation championship game tomorrow at about 12:30 tomorrow afternoon, while the loser will play for the 7th place game again at 9:30 tomorrow morning. And so that's where things stand currently with these two teams in the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic. It's all live coverage presented by SBI Media, made exclusively available online through EastIdahoSports.com. Amelia Kazare is standing courtside with me as well here in just a few moments. We'll hear from Millie as she had a chance to catch up with both head coaches from Sandpoint, Maddie Schoening, and from Burley, Nicole Baker. And we'll get their thoughts heading into the matchup today between these two teams in the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. Once again, this tournament is a great opportunity for these two teams to represent their local communities with a charity fundraiser as part of this. Each team that's involved in the tournament able to pick a local nonprofit or charity that they play for throughout the tournament. And the more games you win, the more money you earn. And our viewers like you are encouraged to donate as you are able to the charities from your local community being represented by your high school and team. So for the Burley Bobcats, their charity is Single Hope Family Outreach. You can visit simple.hope.com. That's simple.hope.com. That's for Burley. And for Sandpoint, I believe their charity and nonprofit is Unique Center for Athletes of All Needs, or UCAN. That's being represented by the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Visit ucansandpoint.org. That's ucansandpoint.org. We'll learn more about those charities as we go throughout the broadcast today. It's about time for the starting lineups here in just a few moments, but first, let's go courtside to Amelia Kazare. She had the chance to catch up with both of our coaches in this matchup and get their thoughts on the game. Millie.
Yes, thanks, Duke. I talked to both Coach Baker and Schoening. They both kind of said they just want to see these girls push their way in and get some high energy up in the air and just get this tournament really going for the second day. Mrs. Schoening, she really said that she just wants to get that bad taste that they had yesterday out of their mouths. They get a new chance to fresh start, new try it again, and then they just want to see them push through and get their way in. Back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare, with the courtside report, and we'll hear from Millie a little bit later on in the broadcast today as we go on. But first, we're going to have the national anthem and our starting lineup.
Both attributes are key in creating an environment where the officials may work, the athletes may participate, and you, the spectator can enjoy. Don't forget that when you make a conscious effort to demonstrate positive sportsmanship, the youth at the gym learn from your example. Thank you. And now if you would please stand and remove your hats as we honor those who have served and continue serving our country with the singing of our national anthem by Finley Webster, a 17-year-old senior at Bonneville High School. She's been singing her whole life. She has sang many sporting events and has been part of an annual benefit concert for children in the community.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets reckoning the bombs bursting in air gave proof throughout the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the homeland of the brave?
I don't often say it, but go Bees. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Burley Bobcats. A senior, number 1, Paisley Beck. A junior, number 4, Inez Gugina. A sophomore, number 10, Jocelyn Lloyd. A senior, number 23, Ruby Taylor. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bobcats, a sophomore, number 24, Addie Almos. Head coach for the Bobcats is Nicole Baker. And now the starting lineup for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. A junior, number 3, Burley Laymore. A junior, number 4, Jordan Ponko. A junior, number 5, Lydia Briggs. A junior, number 13, Brecken Meyer. And a senior, number 33, Jenna Tate. Head coach for the Bulldogs is Patty Shelley. Let's play some basketball.
Ready for day 2 of the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic on SBI Media and made exclusively available at EastIdahoSports.com. Duke Dancer with you and ready to go in what is the first game of the day of the day 2 of this great, fantastic tournament in its inaugural season held at the Mountain America Center in Idaho Falls. And as you just heard from the starting lineups, today it's the Sandpoint Bulldogs that take on the Burley Bobcats. Both teams coming off a loss in yesterday's opening round of the tournament. And it's going to be the Bulldogs in white from Sandpoint High School and the Bobcats in black from Burley High School. Opening tip-off will be against Jetta Tate from Sandpoint. And I believe that is Ruby Taylor of Burley. And it will be Sandpoint basketball Opening tip quickly goes into the hands of Driggs, and she tries to get to the rim, but not able to. And that will lead to Sandpoint setting up their half-court offense on the first possession of the game. Little inside-out movement. Tomko wants to drive on the angle. Double team. Great pass across the paint to find Tate, who will be fouled. And that will put Jetta Tate to the free throw line. 2 attempts, 25 seconds into the game. First free throw will be left a little short. First point of the game is at the line from Jetta Tate. 1-0 Bulldogs early. Little backcourt pressure being put on by the Bulldogs. Bobcats break it. Left side baseline and lost the handle on the dribble and out of bounds. An unforced turnover. That will give the ball back to Sandpoint. Now the Bobcats putting on some backcourt pressure on the inbound play. Backs off as Meyer takes the dribble across the half-court line. Stops just outside the circle. This is Livia Driggs running the offense now. Works to the right side angle. Can't get the drive. Picks up the dribble and feeds it to the free throw line. Back to the backboard is Tate. Wants the drive, lost the ball. Picks it up, recollects. Right side is Meyer. Fakes right, dribbles left. Spin, extra step in the lane, and one too many extra steps. The shot was good, but Breckenmeyer off the spin move took the one extra. That's a travel call, and we'll go back to Burley. Under 7 minutes remaining. Still early in the first period, and it's 1-0 Sandpoint off a free throw. Here's a great feed down the lane. Not able to hit the shot, though. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Loose ball on the court, picked up by Sandpoint. Laybourne attempts to run the floor. It's actually Driggs now across the half-court line. Baseline drive to the rim. No, but a foul. And back to the free throw line go the Sandpoint Bulldogs. This time, Breckenmeyer will take 2 shots. Clock is stopped at 6:30. Good on the front end of 2. Makes it 2-0. 2 team fouls given to Burley early in the game. The most recent one to Ruby Taylor, her first personal, as the second free throw is also good to make it 3-0. Sandpoint on top. No field goals so far in the game. Minute and a half into it. All the points for Sandpoint have been from the free throw line. Burley will set up their offense in the half court. Nice feed inside, but not able to connect on the bounce pass with Ruby Taylor. Stolen away by Sandpoint. On the run, Bulldogs drive, kick out. No shot for 3. Now a deep 3 left wing. Left short, no good. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Burley with possession. They go quickly down the floor. Half court pass down to the left side post. Underneath, foul, offensive charge. Extending her arm was Lucina and giving it back to Sandpoint. Under 6 minutes to go. 3-0 Sandpoint Bulldogs. Breckenmeyer takes the dribble across the half court. Fakes left, goes right. Good defense. Denies the dribble drive. Back to the backboard. In trouble. Bounces on the baseline. Under the rim. Kick out. No 3. Dribble drive take on the left side angle. Spin. Fade away. No. Rebounded by the Bobcats. Burley basketball down the floor. Almost. Right side to Beck. She'll stop. Has a screen. Defense over the top of it to stay with her. Lucina. Shot clock at 15. Tries to go down into the lane, but the pass is tipped away by Breckenmeyer and knocked out of bounds. Shot clock at 11 seconds. Inbounding is almost. Goes up top, step back 3. Good, a switch to tie the game on the inbound. Jocelyn Lloyd, the sophomore, hits the triple. Makes it 3-3. That's the first field goal of the game with 5 minutes remaining in the first period. 3 team fouls given to Burley. No fouls right now on Sandpoint. Bulldog basketball. Here's Tomko. She'll take the 3 to answer. Missed the shot. Rebounded underneath off the deflection and in for the putback. Livia Driggs gives the lead back to Sandpoint 5-3. Ball loose in the front court. Battling for it, a little pushing, and they're going to get a foul on Sandpoint, extending her arm out to try and get position for the ball. That's Jordan Tomko, who will get the whistle against her first personal, first team. Ball back to the Bobcats. Burley will inbound backcourt against some pressure, inbound pressure. Now they back off. 4.5 to go. First period, 5-3. Bobcats on top. Bobcats with the ball. Here's a pass down underneath. Miscommunication. Teammate not ready for it and out of bounds. Burley will turn it over, and Sandpoint has it deep in the backcourt. No pressure on Breckenmeyer as she comes across the timeline, sets up on the right side. Back center court to Driggs. Ball tipped around, loose on the court. Driggs picks it back up. Outlet. Tomko, left. Now down the center of the lane. Split the D off the square, but too much and no good. Too high off the glass. Rebounded by Burley. Bobcats on the run the other way. Almost will set up the offense on the pass right side to Lloyd. Screen set. Defense stays. Ball knocked loose. Into the backcourt. It was tipped, so no violation. Lloyd keeps possession of the ball. Pass left side, angle drive, stop in the lane, spin, extra spin, hook shot, no good. Nifty move, but not able to hit the shot. Rebounded by Sandpoint. On the run is Meyer. Pass to Tomko, can't hit the shot in transition, rebounded by the Bobcats. It remains 5-3, 3:30 to play in the opening period. Burley back with the basketball. Nice pass down low, but too far under the rim, can't go up with it. Kick out, 3, good. Jocelyn Lloyd. Lead to Burley for the first time of the game, and the Bobcats 6 points, all of them coming from the 3-point line. Hook shot off the square on the other end. Olivia Driggs gives the lead back to Sandpoint, makes it 7-6. Now the Bobcats set up their offense. Baseline drive, good move to the rim, too strong, no good. Got her own rebound, and the putback, too strong, no good. That's Lloyd on the miss, and the rebound, extra rebound. Another miss, couple offensive boards, but not able to convert. Tomko, ball on her hip to the rim, had the ball stripped out of her hands and out of bounds. Stays with Sandpoint. Sandpoint inbounds. And there's a 5-second violation. They can't get it in on time. Burley forces the turnover on the 5-second call. Possession back to the Bobcats, and they will inbound. From the Sandpoint baseline, 2:44 to play in the first. 1-point game. Sandpoint up 7-6. Burley with the basketball. Good screen and go, and off the square, too strong again, no good. Rebounded by Burley, put back again, no good. Another rebound, that time it goes in. A number of offensive boards, and Lucina able to drop it in for 2. Lead goes back to the Burley Bobcats. Timeout taken by Sandpoint. Burley, 8. Sandpoint, 7. This will be a full timeout, so we'll take the break with 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in this first period. Nope, just a 30-second timeout. So we'll actually keep it here and tell you about the Sandpoint Bulldogs playing for the Unique Center of Athletes of All Needs. They go by UCAN. Please join the Sandpoint Bulldogs by supporting their efforts to make a measurable difference in the lives of these unique individuals in their community. You can visit ucansandpoint.org to learn more and to donate. That's ucansandpoint.org. They are driven by a single goal to do their part in making the Sandpoint Special Needs community stronger. And that's the nonprofit charity that the Sandpoint Bulldogs are playing for in the tournament today and through the weekend as part of the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic. Timeout taken by Sandpoint, so they'll have 4 timeouts remaining. We have 1 team foul for the Bulldogs, 3 team fouls for the Bobcats. All 5 timeouts remain for Burley. It is Sandpoint basketball coming out of the timeout. 8-7. Burley on top by 1, 2:20 to play in the first period. Little give and go around the outside. Meyer still has it on the perimeter. Bounce pass down low. Ball tipped, loose, stolen, and picked up by Burley. Bobcats with the ball. Running the court is King. She tries to go angle, lost the ball, out of bounds off of her. And it goes back to Sandpoint just as quick. Meyer across the half court, directing the offense with 1:50 remaining in the opening period. Meyer drives, left baseline, triple team shot, good, and the foul. Aggressive take from Breckenmeyer. She goes to the free throw line for the and one. That also gives Sandpoint back the lead, 9-8. They give the foul to Jocelyn Lloyd. Fourth team foul on Burley, so the next one will put Sandpoint in the bonus with 1:45 remaining in the period, as the free throw is good to make it now 10-8. 10-8, Sandpoint on top with 1:45 remaining in the opening period. Burley in the backcourt. Now Sandpoint jumps into a trap. Tough pass down the half court, but collected. Burley will then double dribble down to the baseline and turn it back over to Sandpoint. Minute 33 and rolling across the half court line with Sandpoint on top by a score of 10-8. As Tomko drives, loses the ball, stripped out of her hands, picked up by the Bobcats. On the run is Lucena, wants to go coast to coast, shot up, no, but a foul. And for the first time of the game, we'll see the Burley Bobcats go to the free throw line. To take the shots will be Inez Lucena. They give Tate the foul. That's her first personal, second team foul. And this will be 2 shots for Lucena as the free throw is off the mark on the first attempt. Score remains 10-8 with 1:17 remaining in the opening period. Second free throw is good, 10-9. 1-point game again. Sandpoint back with the ball, still holding on to the lead. Again, 2 team fouls on Sandpoint, 4 on Burley. Bobcats on defense. Bulldogs run the half court. And the pass too high over the head of Jetta Tate and out of bounds. Burley basketball again, trailing by 1 point. 1 minute remaining in the first period. Feed over to the right side. Bounce pass into the corner. Here's a 3. Short. No. Rebounded by Tate. Sandpoint basketball. Running the floor with 47 seconds remaining. Go right post. Lost ball, but collected by the Bulldogs. They'll keep possession with the clock down to 40 seconds. Shot clock at 20. Head fake right. Dribble left for Driggs to the rim. And a beautiful move across the lane. That makes it 12-9. Bulldogs on top with 25 seconds remaining in the opening period. No shot clock. Burley looks to answer. Pull-up jumper on the baseline. No good. Loose ball rebound. Clear out. Still Burley basketball. Clock down to 13. Almost a 3. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Sandpoint as 2 players went up for the rebound, bumped into each other, and lost the ball. So Burley will keep possession with 8.9 seconds remaining on the game clock. Little pause and play here for Shoelaces. Late first period, Burley will inbound. Outside to Lucena. Back into the corner, clock at 5, dribble drive floater on the baseline. Too strong, no good. Rebounded by Sandpoint with 1 second. And they do not get the shot off in time as it expires at the half-court line. And a 3-point game after the first period with the Sandpoint Bulldogs at 12 and the Burley Bobcats at 9 for day 2 now of the inaugural TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, where we are live from the Mountain America Center in Idaho Falls. Live video coverage produced by SVI Media, made exclusive at eastidahosports.com.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through eastidahosports.com. For continuing coverage of the tournament and all other local sports, be sure to join eastidahosports.com and join our public Facebook group, East Idaho News-Sports, to join in on the conversation. eastidahosports.com, where first touchdowns in 6 years happen.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Start of the second period, it will be Burley basketball with possession as they open things up, trailing by 3, 12-9 at the Mountain America Center. In the consolation side of the bracket this morning, as the ball's knocked out of bounds by Brecken Meyer of Sandpoint. Winner of this game will play in the consolation championship tomorrow at 12:30. And the loser will play in the 7th place game at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, as the turnaround is good off the glass. Points made for Jocelyn Lloyd off the low block right side. Back to a 1-point game. It's been close the entire way as we hit early second period, 12-11. Sandpoint with the lead and the ball, trying to go down the baseline, but the ball tipped around and stolen. Burley Bobcats on the run. Here comes Almost. Kick out. 3. Defense closes, and a travel call, trying to get the separation for the shot. Turns the ball back over to Sandpoint. Bobcat possession. No pressure in the backcourt as Sandpoint will inbound. Triggering it in is Jasmine Lang. Goes to Brecken Meyer. Seven minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this second period in a 1-point game. Consolation semi and an unforced turnover. Batted around, and here is the Bulldogs on the run and able to score in transition after the steal. Ruby Taylor scores on the left side post. That gives the lead back to Burley, 13-12. Brecken Meyer working the dribble, top of the key. Pass left side to Tate, hand off to Meyer again. A screen set there. Meyer can't shoot with the shot clock down to 13 seconds. Here's a spin move. Shot on the post. No good. Rebounded by Almost of Burley. And Addie will take it down the floor, set up on the left side wing. Take the 3 ball. Good. Barely even grazed the net. Addie Almost, the sophomore, hits the 3. And it's 16-12 Burley. 16-12 Burley with SVI Media and EastIdahoSports.com.
Afton, Wyoming boasts some of the best winter snowmobiling conditions in the United States. With terrain for both the experienced and beginner rider, the backcountry surrounding Afton has something for everyone. Stay warm and comfortable in Afton's fantastic lodging options and choose from a variety of dining establishments. Heading to Togety or Jackson? Be sure to take at least one day to experience the snow in Afton, Wyoming. Learn more at visitaftonwy.com.
Before the timeout, it was a free ball from the sophomore. Addie Almost hits it from the left side wing, and that gives Burley their largest lead of the game so far, 16-12. I believe it's a 7-0 run right now, even for Burley, if I'm not mistaken, with 6:13 remaining in the second period. Sandpoint will look to battle back. Bulldogs with the basketball. Directing traffic is Meyer. Handoff around the wing to Betts. Little give and go as Betts is under the rim. No shot. Bounce pass back up top. Todd Murray to the glass. She misses too strong off the back iron. Rebounded by Tate. Dribbles, shot, scores. Strong rebound. And able to get the board in a bucket. Makes it 16-14. Great ball movement, but a pass knocked loose and out of bounds. It was Butler who swatted the ball out. Burley will inbound on their baseline. To the outside. Lucena drives. Actually, it's Beck who drove and had the ball swatted from her. Sandpoint on the run. Not able to get to the rim in transition. Up top. Shot clock at 18. Driggs. Hands off to Meyer. Jumper from the line. No good. Rebounded into the hands of Lloyd. Burley Bobcats with the basketball again. Under 5 minutes to go in the second period. It's 16-14 Burley. On the baseline, kick up to the foul line. Jumper from there is left short, no good. Loose ball rebound, fought for and won by Lloyd. Bobcats basketballs. Lloyd goes baseline, lost the ball, but into the hands of her teammate on the baseline. And a lucky bounce, and the shot is in. Addie almost again for two, this time from the baseline. Makes it 18-14. Ball loose on the other end, but picked up by Sandpoint. They'll keep the possession. Tate hands off to Meyer. Tate sets a screen. Meyer takes the three off the rim. No good off the bounce. Rebound to the Bobcats. Still a 4-point Burley lead. Rifle pass trying to force it down the lane. It's tipped out by Tate. Good thought. Tate just able to get her hand to knock it out. Clock is stopped at 4 minutes, 5 seconds, 27 on the shot clock. Early inbounds left corner. Dribble to the right corner. Pulled up Jay from there is short. Rebounded though by Burley. Missed on the putback. And a foul off the second rebound attempt. That will be a whistle against the Bobcats. They give that foul to Madison Gerard. That's her first personal, first team foul. Actually, the first foul called in the period on either team. Comes just past the midway point of the second. Still 18-14 Burley. Here's a three ball. Corner good. Olivia Driggs hits it right side and makes it a 1-point game again. 18-17. Almost. Drives, kick, baseline jumper. No. Rebounded by Burley. Can't go back up with it. Ball stripped and loose. Taken away by Sandpoint. On the run is Tomko. Can't get to the rim. Back outside. Fake the three. Drive in. And it'll be a foul on the shot. Stopping the clock at 3:17. They get Ruby Taylor with the whistle. Her second personal, second team foul. We'll put Willow Betts to the free throw line. She'll have two shots here. First attempt is good. Betts will have one more as that ties up the game, 18-18. Second free throw, no good. Burley rebounds. Still tied. 18 all. 3:13 to go before halftime. Bobcats with the basketball as Beck drives. Behind the backboard, bounce pass to Almost. She goes to the left side post, spins in the lane, working the paint, and has to kick it back outside. Good defense by Tomko, forcing the ball back out. Here's Lucena. Kick out right side. Three balls away from Lloyd. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Almost. Drives, shot, rolls over the rim, and drops in. Addie almost 2 more, makes it 20-18. 2:38 before halftime. 3-ball, left corner, Tomko. Rolled the inside rim, no good, but a rebound and a foul. Willow Betts on the offensive board, draws contact on the way back up. She goes to the free throw line. Second personal foul given to Gerard. Third team foul on Burley. Here's Betts. Good. Willow Betts, a sophomore. Second attempt is good. Got them both. Tied again. 20 all. 2:30 remains before halftime. Burley, a half-court pass down to the baseline, and a reverse layup. Tried to scoop it up underneath. No good. Ball on the court. This will be a jump ball call. And the arrow will favor Sandpoint. Clock is rolling at 2:17, still 20-20. Right side 3, Meyer, no. Long rebound fought for, Meyer tracks it down. In the perimeter, finds Driggs, left side wing 3. No, off the inside cylinder, rebounded by Jocelyn Lloyd. She wants to run with it with a pass to Almost. She'll go left wing 3. Fired. Good. And the sophomore again in transition. Addie, the triple. Lead back to Burley. 23-20. A minute 47 remaining in the second. Tomko. No dribble shot in the lane. No good. Rebounded by Burley. Bobcats running with Lucena leading the charge. Spin. Double team gives it back to Almost. And Almost is fouled in the front court. Battling against Livia Driggs. That's the foul on Driggs. First team foul of the period and first personal given to Driggs. Still 23-20. Minute 29 before halftime. Lloyd with the handle on it. Front court. Almost has a screen. Defense rolls over top of it. Stays with Addie. Wants to crossover. Spin. Down the post, double team, bounces outside. No shot from there. Still with it is King. Now a 3, down the paint and in. Lucena this time. And Lucena drops it in to make it a 6-point lead in favor of the Bobcats. 60 seconds before halftime. Here's Meyer. Baseline needs some help. Bounce pass up to the elbow to Betts. She'll drive, spin. Fade away in the lane, off the square, but off the mark. Rebound goes to Lucena, and it's Burley Bobcat basketball again. 42 seconds to play, and the Bobcats a chance to add to a 6-point lead and make it a 3-possession game before halftime. To the right side is Gerard. Hands off to Almost, and there's going to be a foul. This will be perimeter foul, and it's going to go against Burley. Sandpoint will have the possession with 31.7 seconds to play before halftime. That's the fourth team foul on Burley, third personal given to Gerard. 27 seconds, no shot clock. Todd Murray passes left side to Tomko. Double team on the angle drive. Clock down to 17. Ball on her hip, in the lane, scoop in, and good for Willow Betts. Got in the paint and scores. Now Burley with 9 at half court, double teamed, in trouble, trapped, no outlet, throws it across the half court, good, almost, extra pass, 3 at the buzzer, too strong and no good. Able to find Lucena, but not able to put it in as time expires, heading into the locker room. And at the half, the Burley Bobcats lead by 4. It's Burley 26. Sandpoint is 22. Heading into our Silver Star halftime coverage. Live from the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic video coverage. Produced by SBI Media. Made possible exclusively at EastIdahoSports.com.
frustration-free Wi-Fi from Silver Star today.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. Did you know that EastIdahoSports.com has a live scoreboard with all your local high school, college, semi-pro, and professional sports scores reported daily? Just go to the top of any EastIdahoSports.com page for the latest. And if you don't see the score you're looking for, click the All Scores button for an expanded view. EastIdahoSports.com, where back-to-back state championships happen.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. Join our public Facebook group, East Idaho News-Sports, for game ball recipients, photo of the week voting, and other interactive sports coverage. And don't forget to follow along at EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com, where golden goals happen.
Halftime of the first game of day two, the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic held at the Mountain America Center, inaugural TitleOne Tip-Off Classic in its first year, and off to a great start. 8 fantastic games yesterday, 4 girls, 4 boys. 8 more games expected today, and 8 more games for tomorrow as well. In this game, it's the Burley Bobcats taking on the Sandpoint Bulldogs, where the Bobcats enjoy a 4-point lead at the half, 26-22. Halftime coverage is presented by Silver Star. Discover more about their internet plans and how they keep you connected. Visit silverstar.com and stay connected, stay close with Silver Star. Online at silverstar.com. Proud sponsor of halftime coverage with the video broadcast on SBI Media, held exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. Coming up in our halftime show, we will have a chance to hear from both coaches, Amelia Kazare courtside, and when the teams come out of the locker room, she'll have a chance to catch up with Coach Nicole Baker of Burley and Coach Maddie Schoening of Sandpoint and get their thoughts on this first half. As you take a look at some of the highlights of the first half, here's a look at the brackets so far for today. This is the first game of the day between Sandpoint and Burley, both coming off of losses in the opening round yesterday, so pitting themselves against each other in this semifinal on the consolation side of the bracket. Also on the girls' side of the bracket, the other consolation game today will be against Kimberly, who lost at 1 point yesterday, a tight game against Bishop Kelly. And Kimberly will take on Twin Falls, who was defeated by Hillcrest yesterday in the opening round. So it's Kimberly and Twin Falls in the other consolation game today. The 2 semifinal games on the girls' side of the bracket is Mountain Home taking on Bora. That game will tip off at 3:30. And then Bishop Kelly takes on Hillcrest. That game's tipping off at 6:30 tonight in the consolation side, in the semifinal games of the girls' bracket here at the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic. Looking at the boys' games for today, consolation game right after this one is going to be Shelley and Coeur d'Alene. The other consolation game on the boys' side of the bracket is Century taking on Hillcrest later today. That one at 2 o'clock. And also in the semifinals today, Shelley and Star Valley tip off at 5 o'clock. Sandpoint and Star Valley tip off at 5 o'clock, while Boise and Valley View tip off at 8 o'clock tonight. So that's a quick snapshot of what things look like bracket-wise for the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic here at the Silver Star Halftime Show. It is Burley 26, Sandpoint 22. Live coverage on SBI Media and EastIdahoSports.com.
At TitleOne, we're more than a title and escrow company. It starts with respect, and we pass it on.
Because humility makes us better teammates.
We stay hungry on and off the field.
And healthy in mind and body. with integrity at every step.
And community in our heart.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com is your home for Eastern Idaho youth, high school, college, semi-pro, and professional sports coverage. For the latest news, results, and in-depth sports coverage, go to EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com, where Idaho State University sports happen.
In the heart of the Rockies, land is more than property. It's a legacy. Whether you're buying a family ranch, a mountain retreat, or selling farmland, it takes local knowledge and trusted hands. Austin Callison and Andy Neal, licensed in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, bring unmatched experience with Hayden Outdoors, the West's premier land brokerage. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Enjoy 4 seasons of fun in Afton, Wyoming. Winter snowmobiling, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing. Spring and summer fishing, hiking, and kayaking. Fall hunting and camping. Bring your clubs and spend an afternoon at Valley View Golf Course. Visit the world's largest intermittent spring. Walk underneath the world's largest elk antler arch. Come play in our backyard with 4 seasons of fun in Afton, Wyoming. Learn more at visitaftonwy.com.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. For continuing coverage of the tournament and all other local sports, be sure to join EastIdahoSports.com and join our public Facebook group, East Idaho News-Sports, to join in on the conversation. EastIdahoSports.com, where first touchdowns in 6 years happen.
Discover your future with Simplot, where a multitude of career opportunities await. Whether you're interested in mining, agriculture, engineering, technology, manufacturing, management, or a number of additional options, Simplot offers not just a job, but a truly satisfying and rewarding career. Explore our diverse range of positions and find where you belong. Visit Simplot.com to view available positions locally and across the United States. That's Simplot.com, a world of career opportunities.
Afton, Wyoming boasts some of the best winter snowmobiling conditions in the United States. With terrain for both the experienced and beginner rider, the backcountry surrounding Afton has something for everyone. Stay warm and comfortable in Afton's fantastic lodging options and choose from a variety of dining establishments. Heading to Togety or Jackson? Be sure to take at least one day to experience the snow in Afton, Wyoming. Learn more at visitaftonwy.com.
Silver Star halftime show at the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic at the Mountain America Center at Silver Star. In a world where staying connected matters more than ever, Silver Star ensures you never miss a moment with your loved ones. Their reliable and high-speed internet service lets you video chat with family, play great games with friends, and share life's special moments, all from the comfort of your home. Experience seamless connectivity and exceptional service with Silver Star, because when it comes to the people who matter most, distance should never be a barrier. Learn more at silverstar.com. Both teams out of the locker room. I had a chance earlier on to tell you about the charity for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. The Burley Bobcats are playing for Single Hope Family Outreach, as each team has a charity or nonprofit from their home community that they play for, and Burley is representing and playing for Simple Hope. It's a nonprofit family outreach program for families in need of hope. They are a volunteer organization with the primary goal of supporting area families struggling with the effects of addiction, codependency, divorce, grief, suicide. Simple Hope provides a confidential and safe setting for families to find hope and healing. That's Simply Hope. You can find them online at simply-hope.com. Scan the QR code on your screen. That's simply-hope.com. One of the great aspects of this tournament here for the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic. That's it for Silver Star halftime coverage, and we are back to action here at the Mountain America Center. 26-22. It's Burley with the lead and the basketball. We have Amelia Kazare standing by courtside. She had a chance to catch up with both coaches and get their thoughts on the first half as Burley misses the shot and rebounded by Sandpoint. Let's go to Millie.
Yes, Coach Baker told me she thinks it was a pretty good half. She wants to see them handle the ball a little bit and press a little bit more. And Coach Schuening said they're not the greatest half, but hopefully we can get a little bit more out there organized, and the second half can get some more rebounds. Back to you.
Thank you, Amelia Kazare, courtside. Appreciate the thoughts of the coaches on what they feel happened there in the opening half of play. And it's going to be Burley basketball. A step back three, left wing, no good. Score remains 26-20. Almost a minute into the third period. Here's a strong take. Nobody stopping the ball there as Sandpoint's Carly Laybourne aggressive to the rim for two. Makes it 26-24. And an answer on the other side. Adia almost. 28-24. Sandpoint running their half-court set. Tomko to Driggs. Back to Tomko for three. Off the rim, no good. Fight for the ball off the rebound, and the bounce goes to Lloyd. She'll have the board. Lloyd on the right side. Crossover move. Step back. Pull-up jumper. Short, no good. Rebound to Meyer of Sandpoint. Half-court pass down the floor. No, but a foul. Olivia Driggs will go to the free throw line. Comes with 6:13 to play in the second period. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Coach Baker of Burley. She wants to talk things over with a 30-second timeout. We'll take the timeout. 6:13 to play in the third. 28-24 Bobcats.
For frustration-free Wi-Fi from Silver Star today.
TitleOne Tip-Off Classic coming out of the Burley Bobcat timeout. They'll have 4 timeouts still remaining with 6:13 to play in the second. The foul was given to Burley before the timeout. First personal on Jocelyn Lloyd. That sends Laybourne to the free throw line here. Or actually, it's Driggs, rather, to the free throw line. Missed the first, hit the second. 28-25. 6 minutes into the third period. Bobcat basketball working against some pressure in the front court. Double team feed to Almost. Baseline, bounces across the lane. Finds Taylor. Back out to Almost. Spinning on the right post. Kicks it back outside again. Here's Lloyd. Shot clock at 5. 4, now 3, dribble drive, 2, 1, and a shot clock violation. Burley not able to get off a shot. Sandpoint's defense will force the turnover on the violation, and it goes back to the Bulldogs. 28-25, Burley still on top with 5:35 to play in the third period. Meyer across the half court. Screen set, defense switches. Meyer crosses over, kick out corner 3, away and in. Carly Laybourne ties the game at 28. Ball swatted out from behind by Sandpoint. Loose ball picked up by the Bulldogs. Tomko runs into the lane, puts up the shot, short, no. Rebounded by Lloyd of Burley. Still 28-28, 5 minutes remaining in the third period. 1 team foul on Burley, no team fouls right now on Sandpoint. Burley drives to the rim on the angle, no good. Back on the miss, rebounded by Tomko. Sandpoint basketball. Bulldogs set up in the half court. Here's Meyer, 3, rimmed off, no good. Big rebound by Tate. She goes back up, off the mark, has another board, falls down, and she is still down. Tate hurt. It's a 5-on-4 on the other end, and a foul on the other end as well to stop the clock. And Jetta Tate still down on the floor on the other end. Clock is stopped at 4:29. The foul goes against Tomko, her second personal, but certainly more concern for Jetta Tate. We're going to take a 30-second injury timeout and return to the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic after this.
At Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine, safety is our top priority, not just for our employees, but for their families too. Our commitment extends beyond the workplace as we proudly support and contribute to the local community in meaningful ways. We're more than just a mine. We're a pillar of strength for those who live here. Discover how we make a difference at Simplot.com. Join us in fostering a safer, stronger community. Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Sandpoint's Jetta Tate hurt on the last sequence, and she is up but not able to put any weight at all on her left leg. She's dragging her foot, and Jetta Tate in pain, getting some help off the court. That's too bad. So Jetta Tate will get help to the bench, and that's a big blow for, of course, her, but for Sandpoint. On the other end, Burley will have the inbound play on the baseline with 4:29 to play in the third period. We're tied right now, 28-28. One team foul given to Sandpoint, one team foul also on Burley. Lloyd inbounding on the baseline. Lucina up top to Almost. Feet left to Beck and around the arc. In the lane is Lucina. Spin, back to the rim. No good. Tomko on the board for the Bulldogs. Tomko wants to go coast to coast. Puts it up and in. Jordan Tomko with the defensive rebound and then the layup on the other end. Ball tipped around loose and stolen away by Sandpoint. Bulldogs with the lead, and then they turn it over at half court. An unforced turnover on the Bulldogs. Out of bounds. Right now, though, Sandpoint with a little momentum. They lead it by 2, 30-28, 3:55 to go in the third period. Almost inbounds backcourt to Lloyd. Clock down to 3:47. From the left elbow, trying to force it down the lane, and it's taken away by the Bulldogs. Kick out to Tomko. It was Laybourne on the steal, who has it now, top of the key. Work it left side. Here's Betts. Drive, shot fake, up, and no good. It looked like it was going to fall. Great look. Betts can't believe that one didn't fall in. Here's Bobcats running the floor on the other end. That one's too strong by Lucina. Rebounded by Sandpoint. Bulldogs have it. Here's Driggs. She goes to the glass. She misses the shot. Rebounded by Burley. Bobcats want to run. They go down the floor. Full court pass to Lucina. She can't hit the shot, and it's rebounded by the Bulldogs. 4 layups missed in a row in transition, 2 for each team. Now the Bulldogs work the outside. Three-pointer from Driggs. Cornered it between the rim and the backboard. No good. Rebounded by Burley. Number of one-and-dones for either team. As Almost drives. She'll miss the layup, but this time there's a foul. That's going to send Addie Almost to the free throw line with 2:45 to play in the third period. 30-28, Sandpoint on top. Burley to the line. They give the foul to Brecken Meyer, her first personal, second team, as the free throw bounces on the rim and falls in for Addie. She'll have one more in a one-point game. Chance to tie it up. Second shot rolls around and drops. Tie game again, 30 all. 2:45 to play in the third period here in this consolation semifinal game. Driggs hands off to Meyer, who tries to drive but dribbles off her foot, loses the ball. Loose ball picked up by the Bobcats. Burley wants to run. Left side, extra pass down to the baseline. Jumper from there, rolls over the rim, no good, but a Bobcat rebound, spin around shot, bounces on the backside cylinder, and drops in for Reese Ray. Ruby Taylor, rather, on the shot. 3-ball, too strong, missed by Sandpoint. They do dig up a rebound, kick it back up top. 3 from Myers, good. That gives the Bulldogs the lead again off the triple. A 1-point difference, 33-32. Here's Taylor, great pass in transition, and that's going to drop. Taylor the assist, Gerard the bucket. And a 1-point lead now for the Bobcats, 34-33. A minute 40 to play. Third period in the lane, spin, shot, no. Rebounded by the Bobcats with a 1-point advantage. Out in front to Lloyd. Defense is there to recover. Lloyd hesitates, drives baseline, under the rim and off her foot and out of bounds. Still 34-33, Burley with the 1-point advantage. 2 team fouls on Sandpoint, 1 team foul on Burley. Just under a minute and a half remaining in the third period. Here's Meyer up top, looks for a screen, has it. Defense stays with her underneath it. Driggs drives the paint. Euro step up, no good. Rebounded by Taylor, and then a foul on Sandpoint. I believe they get Livia Driggs tying up Taylor. 1 minute to go. Third period. And a miscommunication transition. Had Gerard down on the low block right side, but the pass goes behind her and out of bounds untouched off the pass. Bulldogs get the basketball back with a minute 2 remaining in the third. 34-33. Burley on top, Sandpoint with the basketball. Tomko to the right. Picked up by Almos. Game clock under 50. Spinning as Driggs. Hook shot bounces in. Lead back to Sandpoint now. 35-34. 40 seconds remains. Shot clock at 28. Baseline. No good. Rebounded by the Bulldogs. Chance for Sandpoint to take a larger lead here at the end of the third. They're up by 1 as Tomko drives. Hook shot right side. No, but a foul, stopping the clock at 21.7 seconds. 35-34. Sandpoint on top. First free throw is up and good. One more to go for Tomko. And that one's good. Got them both. 3-point advantage, 37-34. 20 seconds remains in the third period. Almost spins across the timeline. Has a screen. Clock at 10. No shot clock. Almost to the rim. Lost it out of bounds. It was stripped out of her hands by Sandpoint. Official right there say Bulldogs last to touch. So it is Burley basketball with 6.4 seconds on an inbound baseline. Almost will inbound. Goes up top. Clock at 5. Dribble down the lane. High off the square. Bouncing inside rim. No good. But the rebound of the putback is no good. And time will expire at the end of 3. Burley not able to get a shot to fall at the end of the third. And it's 37 for Sandpoint. 34 for Burley. Back in 60 seconds. And the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. Did you know that EastIdahoSports.com has a live scoreboard with all your local high school, college, semi-pro, and professional sports scores reported daily? Just go to the top of any EastIdahoSports.com page for the latest. And if you don't see the score you're looking for, click the All Scores button for an expanded view. EastIdahoSports.com, where back-to-back state championships happen.
In the American West, some properties are more than just land. They are legacies. Austin Callison and Andy Neild, licensed across Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, specialize in marketing iconic Western properties, and their expertise is evident in the sale of the historic CK Ranch, spanning over 6,500 acres just south of Jackson, Wyoming. Trust the team that knows the land. Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Into the fourth period of the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, this consolation semifinal game between Sandpoint and Burley. It's been a close game throughout. Right now a 3-point difference with the Bulldogs up 37-34 over the Bobcats. It is Sandpoint basketball to open up the fourth period. Meyer. Picked up on the perimeter, wants to drive the post. Ball on her hip, to the rim, no, but a foul. Goes aggressively down the left side post, and a quick foul on Burley. They're going to give that to Ruby Taylor. That's her third personal foul for Ruby. First team foul, of course, but it comes 11 seconds into the period. Meyer is good on the front end of two. Breckenmeyer will have one more attempt. Rolls the inside cylinder and falls down and in. A 5-point Sandpoint lead, 39-34. Here's a pass, 2-on-1, extra pass across the lane. No, but a foul. Tomko had to sprint down the paint to try and recover defensively. Burley had numbers, and Tomko will get the foul. Free throw is good for Ruby. That's the third personal foul for Jordan Tomko. So she'll have to be aware of that with still 7:38 remaining in the third period. First team foul on the Bulldogs. Second free throw is good for Taylor. Back down to a 3-point game. 7:36 to play in the fourth period. It's 39-36. Here's Tomko for three. Rattled it down and in. It's a big one for Tomko to make it 42-36. Pressure at the half court. And a 10-second violation. Nope, timeout given to Burley before the violation. So it's a 30-second timeout for Burley. They had to avoid the violation, so they'll take the timeout. 42-36. Bulldogs with the lead over the Bobcats. Game coming up after this one. We'll flip over to the boys' side of the bracket. They alternate boys and girls with each game, and so the next game will be the Shelley Russets taking on the Coeur d'Alene Vikings. That'll be the first boys' game of the day. That will tip off at 11 o'clock this morning. In the consolation semifinal. When we get back to the girls bracket, that will be at 12:30 this afternoon. Kanab will take on Twin Falls in the consolation at 12:30 today. In this one, 7:10 to play in the period, in the fourth period. It's 42-36, Sandpoint on top over the Bobcats. Inbounding is almost from half court. Almost goes to Lloyd. Back to Almost. Wants to drive. Supposed to be. Lost the ball. Collects it. And dribbles and goes up. But hits underneath the backboard. Rebounded by Lang. And it's Sandpoint basketball. Here's Laybourne. Right side to Meyer. Meyer directs traffic. Steps back. Takes the three. Banked it in. Meyer the three off the square. Here's a full court pass down the floor. Shot fake up and in. The defense didn't get back. Taylor made them pay. 45-38. Underneath. Turnaround hook shot. Butler drops it in with the right hand. 8-point lead. 46-38. Pressure again at half court. Lloyd crosses the timeline. Tomko comes up. Lloyd down the lane. She'll get it off the square. Jocelyn Lloyd for two. 6 minutes remaining in the game. 46-40. Sandpoint up with the ball. Here's Meyer. Pass right side to Tomko. She wants to drive. Leans into it in the paint. No good. Rebounded by Almost. Burley basketball. Across the half-court line. Almost goes coast to coast. Good with the foul. Almost just kept working the dribble. Found a seam and to the rim. One shot for almost. That makes it 46-42. Foul was given to Laybourne, her first personal, second team foul for Sandpoint. Free throw is good for almost to make it a three-point play. That makes it 46-43. 3-point difference with 5.5 to go. Meyer drives to the rim, off the square, and she gets it with the foul. Brecken Meyer, the junior, will go to the free throw line, and she'll have one shot. Good look at it on the replay. They give the foul to Almost. That's her first personal for Almost. Second team foul. The free throw's good. Makes it 49-43 with 5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the game. Again, Burley beats the defense down. Number shot up, too strong, no good. Tipped out of bounds and lost by King. Not able to control it. Sandpoint trying to hold on to this 6-point advantage. Up 49-43. 5:15 to go in the game. Meyer in the front court. Has a screen, takes the three, falls down and has the foul. Lucina will get the foul, and that sends Meyer to the free throw line for 3 shots. Second personal foul against Lucina. So 3 free throws. Clock is stopped at 5:05, and the free throw is good. She'll have 2 more. That one makes it a 7-point game, 50-43. And Meyer has 2 out of 3 in. Eight-point lead. That one's too strong, but rebounded by Sandpoint. Big rebound by Driggs. They clear it back to the outside. An extra possession here for the Bulldogs, already up 51-43 down the stretch. And there's going to be a foul on Burley again on the perimeter. It's going to be 4th team foul on Burley. Second personal on Lloyd, and Burley will call a timeout as Sandpoint starting to build a lead. A 60-second timeout, 51-43 Bulldogs. Back in 60 from the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. Join our public Facebook group, East Idaho News-Sports, for game ball recipients, photo of the week voting, and other interactive sports coverage. And don't forget to follow along at EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com, where golden goals happen.
At TitleOne, we're more than a title and escrow company. It starts with respect, and we pass it on.
Because humility makes us better teammates.
We stay hungry on and off the field.
And healthy in mind and body.
With integrity at every step.
And community in our heart.
After the Burley timeout, I believe the Bobcats have 3 timeouts remaining with 4 minutes, 53 seconds to go in the game. A couple of quick fouls before the timeout on Burley has them at 4 team fouls now on the count. 2 team fouls given to Sandpoint. Bulldogs with the basketball and the 9-point lead. This match is the largest lead of the game. Sandpoint goes down to the left side post. No shot, spin around, kick out. Head fake and a drive, but can't get to the rim. Back to the outside perimeter. Meyer drives, blocked by Burley. Bulldogs have the ball. Sorry, Bobcats, have the ball. Big block by Burley in the defensive stop, and now a blocking call on the other end will be called against Sandpoint. Livy Driggs, here's a look at the replay on the block. It was Lucina who swatted it away from behind. Burley basketball. trailing by 9. Nearing the midway point of the fourth period. Tight ball game the whole way. Screen set as Lloyd has the dribble. Defense switches. Lloyd drives, double team, shot no good, but a foul, a blocking call on Sandpoint. This will be 2 shots. They get Livia Driggs with the foul. That's her 4th personal foul for Driggs, 4th team foul, both teams at 4. So for the last 4 minutes and 6 seconds, we'll have free throws the rest of the game on each foul non-offensively. Lloyd's free throw is good. Burley needing some points. Sandpoint was threatening a double-digit lead. Burley battled back, now at the free throw line for one more attempt. (52-45), a 7-point difference, 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the game. Meyer with the dribble, being covered by Lloyd. Hands off up top and around the arc. Here's a drive on the angle for Betts, and lost it out of bounds. Pressure in the backcourt being put on by Sandpoint. Burley able to break the pressure. Almost tries to thread the needle down the key, and it's taken away. A steal by Laybourne. Finds Tomko on the run. Trying to go transition. Hop shot, no. Rebounded by Burley, and a foul on Sandpoint after the rebound. So stop the clock at 3:33. They get Carly Laybourne on the foul. Carly's 2nd personal, and officially puts Burley in the bonus. So the Bobcats will have 2 free throws, trying to dig back out of a 9-point deficit. They've cut it down to 7 and have a couple of points potentially here at the line. Abby King will take the shots. First one is good. Halfway down, but popped up. Rebounded by Meyer. 52-46 now, a 6-point difference. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. 3 timeouts for Burley, 4 for Sandpoint. Bulldogs take a deep 3, hit it off the side backboard, no good. Rebounded by Lloyd, wants to run. Stop Euro, blocked in the lane, but a travel violation anyway. Trying to take the extra step on the run. And Lloyd will turn it over back to Sandpoint. 3:09 to go in the game. 52-46, Sandpoint with the lead by 6. Bulldogs with possession as Meyer walks across the half-court line, passes right side to Tomko, wants to make a move. Stop on the baseline, kick out, extra pass. Here's the 3 ball from Meyer, no good. Fight for the rebound and a foul on Tomko. So be against Sandpoint and result in 2 more free throws for Burley. Stops the clock at 2:53. 4th personal on Tomko. With under 3 minutes left to go in the game. Taking the shots are Paisley Beck. First is away and good. And a 30-second timeout called by Sandpoint. Beck will have 1 more free throw to go. Take a chance here to, again, look at the charity nonprofits that these 2 teams are playing for. The Sandpoint Bulldogs this weekend playing for the Unique Center of Athletes of All Needs. They go by UCAN. Their mission is to empower special needs individuals through fitness and nutrition. UCAN plans to provide group exercise, nutrition guidance, social interaction, and fun. Please join by supporting their efforts to make a measurable difference in the lives of these unique individuals in their home community for the Sandpoint Bulldogs. Visit ucansandpoint.org. Scan the QR code on your screen. That is ucansandpoint.org. Both teams representing a local nonprofit or charity, as every team is throughout the tournament. Burley the Simply Hope Foundation Family Outreach. After the timeout, Sandpoint will have 3 timeouts remaining. 2:53 to play in the game. It's 52-47. It was a 9-point lead by Sandpoint. Burley's been able to battle back with some free throws. Right now it's a 5-point difference and one more free throw to go here for Paisley Beck. Again, Tomko with 4 personal fouls. Both teams in the bonus. Free throw no good. Bounced on the rim a few times. And there's going to be a foul on Burley off after the miss on the rebound attempt. That will set up free throws on the other end. Free throw was good. Foul was given to Lucina, I believe. 3 personal for her as Meyer has one more attempt. Got them both. 54-47. Sandpoint pressuring in the backcourt of the inbound play and a 5-second violation. The pressure from the Bulldogs forces the turnover, and Sandpoint will have the ball back on their end of the floor. Bulldogs will inbound. They have the 7-point lead, 54-47. 2:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. Bulldogs lob up top to Tomko. She'll step back and run the offense. Makes a move to the left. Hands off to Laybourne. Works it right side. This is Driggs. And now Meyer. Meyer waits. A few dribbles just outside center court. Shot clock at 17. Lost the ball but collected. 2:30 remains as a three's away from Meyer. No good. Fight for the rebound, and Burley will come out with it. Almost up ahead to Lucina. Euro shot, no. Loose ball out of bounds. Last touch by Burley at Sandpoint basketball. Couldn't connect on the fast break opportunity after getting a stop. Still a 7-point game, 54-47, 2:18 remains. Again, both teams in the bonus. Bobcats back on defense as Sandpoint sets up with Laybourne on offense. Officials call, let the contact go through, no foul. Here's a feed to the right post to Betts. Step back shot off the square and in. 56-47, back to a 9-point game for the third time in the game. Lloyd, baseline, step back, picks up her dribble. Almost in the lane, one-on-one, tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Sandpoint. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. Sandpoint in control. Here's Driggs. Retreats back outside. Down to a minute 23. Burley needs to come and play defense. Need a stop. Trailing by 9. Minute 15 to go. Sandpoint taking a lot of time off the clock, trying to milk the game away. Shot clock to single digits at 7, 6. Now a drive. Shot halfway down, but no good. Rattled the inside cylinder and popped out. Rebounded by Burley at the 60-second mark. Still a 9-point deficit for the Bobcats, and it's stolen away by Meyer. Running the floor. A steal. Missed the layup, though, and it's rebounded by Almost. Burley still has it, but the steal did take 15 seconds off the clock. Now Almost to the rim. She misses the layup. Rebounded by Tomko. And the Bulldogs are going to win the game down the stretch, it appears. Up 56-47. A full timeout taken by Sandpoint with just 37 seconds remaining. Let's look at that last score as we'll take the break here. 37.4 seconds left. Live coverage of the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic. Video coverage produced by SBI Media and held exclusively at EastIdahoSports.com.
You're watching the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic, broadcast exclusively through EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com is your home for Eastern Idaho youth, high school, college, semi-pro, and professional sports coverage. For the latest news, results, and in-depth sports coverage, go to EastIdahoSports.com. EastIdahoSports.com, where Idaho State University sports happen.
Back after the Sandpoint timeout. Bulldogs still have 2 remaining, but not much time left on the clock here down the stretch. 37.4 seconds remain to the game. It is 56-47, Sandpoint on top over the Burley Bobcats. It's a close game throughout. Did hit a 9-point margin a couple of times early, but typically a really close game. Right now it's a 9-point margin again. It is Sandpoint basketball, and they are rolling with 35 seconds. Shot clock right now down to 25 seconds, about a 6-second difference between the play clock and the shot clock. Tom Coe feeds back outside as Sandpoint will burn as much time as they can. Shot clock down to 11, now 10. Here's Meyer, really not fouling, playing defense. Shot clock at 5. Here's a kick out for 3. Tom Coe dribbles out the shot clock at a 5-second violation, but with only 5.3 seconds to go. And that may have been the whole plan for Sandpoint the entire way, to not even shoot it. Just take the violation and not leave enough time as Burley throws the ball away on the inbound. Gives it back to Sandpoint. And the Bulldogs in position. They will inbound where the initial inbound happened because nobody touched it when it went out of bounds. Inbound backcourt, no reason to cross the half-court line, even though they do, and it is over. That's your final score. Sandpoint with the win, 56-47 over Burley. So Sandpoint will advance to the consolation championship game to be played tomorrow at 12:30 tomorrow afternoon, while Burley will drop down to the 7th place game. That game will tip off at 9:30 tomorrow morning. 56-47 is your final. Before we get ready for the next game and conclude our post-game coverage here, we will have Amelia Kazare. She is courtside and will be with the Sandpoint head coach, Maddie Schoening, get her thoughts on the win here in the consolation side of the bracket. So as soon as Coach Schoening is ready and available, we'll have her with Amelia Kazare down on the floor. Going back to the boys bracket next, where the Shelley Russets are on the floor warming up. And Coach Schoening will be with Amelia here shortly. Coeur d'Alene Vikings against the Shelley Russets in the next game after this. Again, your final 56-47 Sandpoint over Burley. And it looks like we do have Millie Kazare ready with Coach Schoening.
I think they're
Millie,
up
take it away.
there, yeah.
Oh, just about. Actually, not quite ready. All right, Millie, take it away.
All right, thanks, Duke. So, Coach, congrats on the win. What are your overall thoughts on the win?
Obviously, it's nice to pull a win out at the end of that game, being down at halftime, as what happened to us yesterday. So we didn't want to let that one get away from us, and finished on the line. And it's really good learning lessons down here, how to play in tight games and things like that. So we've learned a lot.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your time, and congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you.
All right, thank you, Amelia Kazare with Coach Schoening after the win. Sandpoint gets the victory over Burley. Final score 56-47. Back to the boys bracket next. Coeur d'Alene and Shelley, stay with us for more live coverage of the TitleOne Tip-Off Classic for the Mountain America Center, courtesy of SBI Media and EastIdahoSports.com.